And now, my loves, question for the day. Do you realize that you are responsible for what you get out of life? So, if you're walking around every day expecting to be bothered by life, guess what? You're going to be bothered by life. If you walk around expecting to run into wonderful people and have good experiences, then you will have those good experiences. I know this all sounds like frou frou metaphysical meditation, tree hugging stuff. But the fact is that I spent most of my life bothered. I spent most of my life traumatized. I spent most of my life anxious. I spent most of my life feeling like the world was out to get me. And guess what? It was because that's what I expected. I expected to run into traffic at the end of the day. I expected to have bad service. I expected to not find parking. I expected to run into people that wanted to, you know, hear my F around and find out. I was ready to take people on. Like, give me a reason. Give me a reason to be mad. And they did. And then my world fell apart. And I had choices. I could choose to rebuild the world that I had known. I could choose to go back to the situations that made me feel bothered. I could choose to go back out into the world as a traumatized individual, or I could heal myself. And that's what I did. And the last 3.5 years, I've really stepped up my healing ascension, my healing journey. I've really focused on changing the way that I feel. I've changed the way that I walk in the world. And as a result, the world has changed for me. And so I now have people in my life that are filled with joy and love and that also expect wonderful things. And so we create these beautiful exchanges and we create these beautiful experiences together. And so I think that most of us have this idea that we can't change our day to day life, and we can. I'm telling you, if you start to expect good things will happen. It's just the law of attraction, it's the way that it works. So if you wake up every day and take the time to pray and meditate and ask Source and God to look out for you. I mean, talk to your angels. We do have angels out there. When I lose things, I say, "Angels have lost things, please help me." And they do. It's amazing. And so we're just such powerful beings. We are literally just energetic beings. We're filled with frequencies and vibrations. And when we vibrate high, we bring in other high vibrating things. And when we vibrate low, we bring in low vibrating things. And so, my suggestion is to figure out a way to vibrate high. And some of that has to do with the things that you consume. Actually, it all has to do with the things you consume. But I think when we talk about consumption, most people think about food, and it's so much more than food. Like, consumption is the people that you give energy to. Consumption is about the things that you listen to, the things that you watch. When the world did not work out in my favor, I loved horror movies. I would watch ID investigation series. I wanted to hear about everybody's murder. I wanted to hear about everybody's bad situations. I just loved it. I loved reality TV. I liked watching people scream and yell at each other. It filled me with, I don't know, I would say joy, but not really. It's just what I enjoyed. It's what I did. And, I used to listen to music that was a little bit ratchet, was a little bit, talking about, drugs and drinking and being in the club and, treating each other poorly. And I don't do that anymore. Now I listen to uplifting music. I have a hard time finding anything on TV that I enjoy watching because we're all obsessed with darkness. And then we've created this dark society because of that. So if you do have darkness in your life, if your days feel stressful, if you're not enjoying it, if it's filled with people that you don't like, if you wake up every morning, worried and stressed out, then that's the vibration that you bring into the day. I mean, You have to slowly change what your experiences are so that your experiences change for you. One of the things that I did when I started listening to Law of Attraction, so I highly recommend that, is I asked for good parking. I thought, well, that's an easy thing. I'm just going to expect good parking everywhere I go. And 3 years out, about 99% of the time, I get the best parking. People are either pulling out or there's just a space available. And when I get bad parking, I don't stress out because I assume I need a little exercise, or maybe I'm going to run into somebody in that parking lot, or maybe somebody needed the better spot than I did. So, what I'm saying is, you create your own reality. It's a fact, it's true. And so, if your reality is dark and bleak and bothered, then just start to do some things to change it, to shed some light. Get outside, put your feet in the ground, meditate, talk to people that inspire you, listen to people that inspire you. I always suggest to my clients that they find somebody on YouTube that inspires them to do better, or just gives them joy when they listen to them. So I love to listen to Joe Dispenza. I love to listen to Diane Larkin. Law of Attraction literally got me up off of the floor because there were days that I just felt like dying. I felt like my life was over. And now I just love to live. That's what I do. I love to float on the river. I love to go to the beach. I like to have fun with my friends. I am out here living the best life that I possibly can. Not because I have it all figured out. I don't. I still have things that could bother me. I still have things that I can worry about, but I find that when I don't, things magically fix themselves. So, my suggestion is to change your mind frame. Think about what you're consuming, give yourself some love, and hang around loving people and loving environments and watch how the world changes. And if you don't have faith in your life, I highly recommend it. I was raised an atheist, wasn't allowed to talk about God, I wasn't allowed to pray. I was told that the world was hopeless. I was told that when we die, there was darkness. And I just don't believe those things anymore. I believe God put me here to have beautiful experiences with other beautiful people. And there's nothing better to me than watching somebody find the light that has been out of their eyes for so long. When a person finds their health or finds their place of unbotheredness, nothing brings me greater joy. So that's why I'm out here doing what I'm doing. And I don't intend to stop. And I don't intend to get bothered again by life because it's beautiful. And yes, things are wild and crazy right now, but everything has to come to light. Everything. And so that's what we're watching. We're watching things come to light, and they're even coming to light in our own bodies. So if you're feeling sick or tired or achy, there's a reason for that. Like, we're ascending to this new beautiful vibration. And in order to get to this new vibration, we have to let go of the lower vibrating things. So some of those things are in our physical bodies. So if you've never looked up Ascension, I do listen to this person, Michael from Come Out. I'm sorry, Our Everyday Lives. Great YouTube channel. So I highly recommend that. He has a lot of wonderful things and is talking about the state of the world. There's just good people out there. I love Reiki Rachel on YouTube. She does great meditations, or Jason Stevenson. There's just so many positive people out there right now talking about changing the world. So, do you want to be part of the change, or do you want to be part of the problem? It's a choice. It truly is. Trust me. Just ask for one or two changes and watch them happen. And just get out there, enjoy life, talk to God. He's there, He loves us, He's our Heavenly Father, and He wants us to be joyful. He wants us to enjoy this earth. And unfortunately, it's very dark right now because I do believe that darkness has taken hold of a lot of people. So go out and spread some light, find things that bring you joy. And I'm here if you need me, because I'm wanting to raise the vibration one person at a time. All right, no fear, just flow. Please like and subscribe. I'd really like to get to the point where I can live stream because it just makes it so much easier. And I can't do that unless I have a certain number of subscribers. So click, it's free. It's easy. And then just like my channel, because it makes me feel good. And then I'll make you feel good. Let's all support one another. That's how we build a new earth, is by supporting one another. Love you, love yourself. You are worthy. God's light.